I got to New York and I was working odd jobs. I even worked in a Chinese restaurant as white man in a Chinese restaurant. Well, anyway, I met this old grandmother. She would want to go places, but the family was worried she might get lost on the subway or something. So they would always send me to take the grandmother someplace. She would go to take Tai Chi at the park. I talked her into teaching me Tai Chi. In fact, sometimes I was practically the chaperone on a date. You know, she'd meet an old Chinese guy and they would walk and I'd kind of follow them, 12 paces back. And after they said goodbye, I would make sure she got home all right. I like Chinatown. I like the food. The only place I felt more normal size. I look around, there's women shorter than me. That made me feel good. It was an interesting place to live and work. I would find a place in the basement under the restaurant. There would be all this open space. There'd be piles of rice and piles of cans. I would make a space for myself and put my easel up and put an extension cord over and put a light. And I have like a work area. I would do my painting, and then they would call me and say, hey Fritz, we gotta go, you gotta go to the delivery. Particularly you come from the country and all this is new, so it was good. I enjoyed my time immensely.
We tried to locate Fritz's old apartments, but after 30 years, it's easier said than done.
I used to live on this street, I'm pretty sure. I remember the green shutters, and I had the shutters on this street. I had to move out of that other place. I came to this place, the second floor where those pots and pans are and those windows. It's been 30 years, I keep forgetting, but maybe that was not the building I was in. Maybe this was the one I was in before the fire escaped. Okay, this might be the building. I remember the green fire escape, but I think they painted the building red, but it's next to the church. This looks familiar too. I don't know. After 30 years, I don't remember where I was. It's in Chinatown somewhere.
Fritz commented on how modern-day New York was a surreal experience for him. The change wasn't gradual. It was immediate, and it was a shock. We met up with one of his old friends, who was now living in New Jersey. That was special for him. She reminisced about a younger Fritz and his art projects. To us, this entire thing was one big art project. The final few months would prove to be a whirlwind. On the ride home, Fritz commented that he didn't feel great. The following week, he canceled his shoot. And then, things took a turn for the worse.
I want to get home. I want to go home. I'll be all right if I get home. I tricked you. I'm not dead. I'm still alive.
It's true. Fritz is indeed not dead. He wanted to turn his bout with pneumonia into the end of it all, a true prankster. I told him I couldn't do that. He argued the value of his art would go up, to which I replied it couldn't go any lower. We had a good laugh and decided his final prank would be on the audience. Since we wrapped filming, Fritz and I still get together to catch up. The last few years have been a ton of work. I've met new people, had lots of experiences, and put something new into the world. I spent a lot of time and money creating an art project, more or less for the hell of it. When you finish walking down one road, well, I guess you just begin walking down another.
I feel good today. I feel alive. Things are looking up for me. 2 years ago, I was depressed. Darlene died, and I was in a house alone, and I just didn't feel like doing anything. Then you came over, we started doing the movies. I started doing my artwork again, and I feel creative, you know. We've done a lot of things for this movie. We went to New York, and we go out in the woods and farm fields and by streams and show my artwork. And I've been painting. We made a studio in the basement, and I started doing prints again. So the movie's been good for me. Years ago, I wanted to be accepted in the art world in New York City. Now I don't care. I wake up every morning, I do my art, I feel accepted. I've made it. I want to dedicate my work in this film to Darlene Shizar,